Get rid of your goofy thoughts and great things happen. And that's your challenge. You see, when I made the choice to go to Notre Dame, it was not because I thought I can. I know I can. I already have the permission. Do the work. Just go towards a dream and opportunity will happen. When I showed up, the little professor at Holy Cross, a junior college, here's the key. Now, I never went back to my high school counselor and asked him if I can go. You know why? Because I know what he's going to say. You don't have the grades. So why would I go back and ask him? Why would I ask permission from someone who says I can? So I'm going to go to someone who says I could. What do I need to do? And they would say, Rudy, go to the junior college. Go to class every day. Do your homework. If you don't know something, raise your hand and ask. Contribute and participate. And if you need more meetings with the professor, go have your meetings with them until you get to know what you need to know. And I stuck to that plan and it worked. And I got A's and B's. And when I finally transferred to Notre Dame, I didn't have to take an SAT and ACT. So I didn't go back to that guy who said you needed high SATs and ACTs to go to. You need to be in the highest percentile of your class rank to go to Notre Dame. You go look at my high school records. I'm in the lowest part of my class, and I never took my SATs and ACTs. Maybe I did, but I didn't score very high, so I probably didn't record. My point is, it didn't matter. All that goes away. All that past goes away when what? You take steps to find out what you need to do. Get around the people, tell you what you need to do. And yes, you do need good grades. And yes, you do, Rudy. He says, but you know what? You're going to have a chance here, but you need to show up every day, this professor. He says, can you show up to school every day? I said, yes. He said, good, you got an A. Now, would you go? So why are some guys skipping class? Think about it. Oh, by the way, besides coming to class, you got to raise your hand and ask questions if you don't know something. Would you do that if you're going to get an A? See, what they're saying to you, core values, contribute, participate, commitment, and character, and courage. Wow, I could do all that. Well, I already knew that because I was in the Navy, and I knew I could do that because that's what I applied, and I became successful. Not in a monetary, but in a personal way. I start believing, and I have confidence, start dreaming again. That's success. When you start dreaming again. What you can be and where you can go. And there's no limits to what you can do. Yeah, there's people who do great things, and maybe they're not dreamers. They say, why, it's an accident. No, there's no accident. Get the spot. And he followed his spot. He's got the talent. Does that mean they're good people? I don't know. But when a dream happens, it happens because they didn't quit. Never quit on something they believe in. And maybe that's where I'm going with this. Maybe I'm going to say to you, when I went to Notre Dame, I'm not the smartest guy. I already knew that. I'm not the biggest guy. I already know that. You're not the fastest guy. I already know that. I know everything you're telling me, so you know what? I'm not going to listen to you. So I don't. I went to friends. We said, Rudy, let's get it done. Here's what we can do. Here's how I can help. So you do all these things and you start succeeding. All of a sudden you're at Notre Dame. Even though they rejected you a couple times, does that mean you quit? Go ask them one more time what you need to do in order to get there. They're going to remember you. You don't quit because they said you can't go here on a piece of paper. You get in front of them and say, dude, I want to go here. Now, what else do I need to do? You need another semester. Great! So you go get another semester. You know, you do have a little doubt though, right? When you keep getting these rejections. Wouldn't you? But if you know, if you have the faith, you know if you keep going and enough people you know that want to help you, you're not going to fail. Now, here's the key to failure. If you're trying and you fail, you will win because you will learn from failure and you will move forward. But you will not win if you don't try. And I'm sorry, I thought I shut my phone off. So, I thought I did, I really did, but I guess it popped back on. It does that, right? Technology, it'll go away any minute now. So the point I'm making to you is I'm glad to see you're here. It's exciting to see the students here. It's, hey, Notre Dame, Temple, when you go get a job, they're going to say, well, Notre Dame, if you got a Notre Dame degree. No, that's not. They're going to look for three things: character, your commitment, and how you can contribute. Those are huge. They don't care what you know. They already know you know what you know. You wouldn't graduate from college. Right or wrong. See, I went to the White House in 1994. I got this call from the social director after the movie Rudy was made. I graduated and I played football. I got my 27 seconds, made the tackle. It's all exciting. And I'm home. I get this call, and it's Judy, the social director for the president. And I answer the phone. Hi, Rudy, because I'm excited now. Wow, these great things are happening, and I'm excited. And she says, are you the real Rudy? I said, yes. And she got excited. She said, oh, wonderful. We did call Notre Dame to see if there was a real Rudy. They gave us your number. I hope you don't mind us calling. I said, no, not at all. How can I help you? The president wants you to come to the White House 2 weeks from Friday. He's going to show the movie he would see, want you as his guest. Are you busy 2 weeks from Friday? Even if you are, you're not, right? But I had a goofy thought. I could not say yes to her. When you have a goofy thought, don't blurt it out, right? Step back and say, ma'am, can you call me tomorrow? My secretary's not here. She's got my schedule, and it'd be better if you talk to her than I. But I'm so excited. You know what my goofy thought was? I can't go until I get permission from my father. He doesn't like the president. I know, because he talks about the president all the time, and he doesn't like him. I said, oh my God, I got to call my mother so she can tell my father so he won't get mad so I can go to the White House. I can't tell her that. So I said, just call tomorrow at 9 o'clock and my secretary will be. I have 24 hours to find a secretary. You can do anything in 24 hours. Especially if you have a friend that has a secretary, right? So I called Tom and said, Tom, can I borrow your secretary? He said, absolutely. He never asked for what. He's one of those guys, sure, Rudy, what do you need? That's the guys I hung around. I said, I just need her for 50. Oh, that's all right. I know you got something going on. Yeah, I'll have her over there. And it's awesome. You got a secretary now, right? Well, more importantly, I got to call my mother to tell my father. Because there's a way to inspire my father to say yes. Because my father's always mad at certain things. He goes to these gossip meetings, comes home mad. Ever go to those night at a round table gossip meetings, talking about religion, politics, and neighbors and aunts and uncles, and then you come home angry until the Price is Right is on, or the Wheel of Fortune. Remember that? And my mother said, your dad needs new friends. He's always coming home mad. Well, they talk about stupid stuff, goofy stuff. That's why. Well, I knew I couldn't call my father, so she was an inspiration to my... I hope you don't take offense to what I'm about to say. My mother told me she was the inspiration to my father. And I asked her one day, this is, y'all, there's no perfect marriage and there's no perfect relationship. Y'all agree with that? There really isn't. There's only one perfect person that's got it, and you're not him. So you're going to have struggles and communication issues, and you're going to have to compromise and settle on certain things and, do things you don't want to do sometimes. So I asked my mother, how did you and Dad have a perfect marriage? She said, we didn't have no perfect marriage. I said, but you never argued. She smiled. She said, oh, we argued a lot. But we made a commitment not to argue in front of you kids. That was our commitment to each other, because we were mad at each other all the time. I said, really? Wow, that's awesome. She said, oh yeah, it wasn't easy now. There's a lot of times I just want to blurt out to your dad and tell him what I think, but I don't, because we made this commitment. And it worked. I said, well, what did you do? Well, we argued up in the bedroom. I said, really? Oh yeah, we had a lot of arguments up there. Really? She said, well, how the hell do you think there's 14 of you? You didn't get that? Oh, Rudy, she never said that. Well, sometimes you got to tell the truth. right? So my mother was inspiration to my what? Father. So she knew how to handle my dad, is my point. And you know, you got to look at it this way. You got to look at everything as pure for the right reasons. And when she told me that, I knew I had to call her because I knew I can't call my dad directly. Dad, I'm going to the wire because I know what he's going to say. All I did, I said, Mom, get him upstairs. Tell him where I'm going, to the White House. She got so excited. She said, oh my God, that is so wonderful. She wants me to get Barbara Bush's autograph, so I'm in good shape. 1994, you know who the president is, right? Or you don't? Some of you don't even know the fifth one. I know, I can tell you a little. Don't Google it, because you're as dumb as I am, right? So don't worry about it. I'm going to share something real special, because y'all are going to know the fifth president by the time I leave. It's easy. You don't need to know him until you need to know him. Sometimes you don't need information that you need to know. You need to get information that you need to know in order to do what you need to do once you know what you want to do, when you have the clarity. Does that make sense? I just needed to know the Yankee lineup at that time. If she would have inspired me, said the first 5 batters for the Yankees or the first 5 presidents, I would have learned them. Inspiration is the key to everything you do. That's my point. So, why I say this to you all, because some of you deal with goofy thoughts every day, get rid of them, they're challenging. I understand, but you can do it. It's just a decision. You know, when my dad called the next morning after my mother did her magic, and the secretary came over and did her thing and made everything happen with the social director, and now I'm committed to go to the White House, and my dad says, wow, that's awesome, you get to go to the White House. I said, wow, change of attitude. I said, oh, do me a favor, since you're going, get me to find out who runs that White House for me. He always has an agenda. You know, goofy thinkers. So he can go to breakfast with his friends, and my kids are going to find out who runs that one. I know. You know, the top scooper for the goofy stuff. So, stay away from that. But you still love those people because you can change them. Here's how you do it. By not surrendering to goofy thoughts. They're going to store there, trust me. Because when I walked in the White House, the first thing I saw were all the presidents hanging up on the wall. So I did it. You ever press that rewind button? I went back to 5th grade. And I looked around. My teacher's not here. I can't celebrate and tell her who the 5th president, because there he is. James Monroe. His picture's hanging right there. All you have to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody can count. You just have to be asked by a president to find out the 5th president. Rudy, that is so stupid. I had a personal victory. And a lot of your personal victories come in those layers, and you don't need to share them, but you get confidence in yourself. But Rudy, where does this go? You're talking about folding underwear, folding socks, shining shoes, walking in the White House. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you got a call from the White House? You know, when I walked in that White House, saw the senators and congressmen, not one senator asked me if I knew the 5th president. And not one congressman, even the First Lady never asked, and not even the president while I was in the Oval Office, spending time with him, talking about life. He didn't care what I knew, because he knew what I stood for. When people know what you stand for, they don't care what you know. People don't care what you know, because they want to know how much you really care. The champions do. And when you have that attitude, great things happen to you, and you go places where you think you can never go. And you're going to be around people who don't want you to get you to go. They're going to put you down. They're going to try to stop you. It's your character. You're going to get hit. You're going to get knocked down. It's your character that's going to bring you back up. Say, I'm not going back there. I'm going to keep moving forward. Your past is your past. What happened 5 minutes ago happened. Now is now, the moment is the moment, and you can change your whole life right now, right here, with one choice. Get rid of your goofy thoughts. And you can